timing. Hey, okay. Deji's in the house. Deji's in the house. Dej.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How's it going, Dej? How's it going, buddy?
Bro, hey, Don, do you know what it is? Hey, Don, do you know what it is here? Hey, Don,
big up to Sean, big up to Lawless.
Move me and Sean. Move me and Sean.
Even big up to you. Guys, let's not allow our standards to wane based on a little bit of luck that could make you.
Wait. Who said you're allowed to come in here?
No, let's be real, bro.
And I control the game like Lavia.
If my
mute him. You can't try come in here. Hey, Deji, you can't try come in here.
Time out, Deji. You're gonna
time out right now. Yeah. You can't try come here and try and control the games like Caicedo, control the games like Lavia, control the games like my club, my players.
Like Lavia.
You've got Bentacle. No. You sit there and listen to me, yeah? Because I had to sit there on Friday listening to you talking about how you're gonna beat us, yeah? Don't you know that your gaff is my gaff too? Don't you know that I come to your yard and I take whatever I want from your fridge, yeah? All the lunch bites you buy for your kids, all the paparama you buy for your kids. When I come into your gaff, I take that out and I don't even ask you, bro.
Yeah? Keep your shoes on. Keep your shoes on the carpet. Shoes on the carpet.
Shoes on the bed. What do you mean the carpet, bro? Shoes on the bed. Yeah. I come into your room and I put my feet up. I don't even clean them. I don't even wipe my shoes on the mat. Yeah. The Capri Suns for your son. I take all of them, bro. And I come to your gaff.
Yeah? Dressing gown. Wear dressing gowns. Wearing dressing
gown, bro. I wear the dressing gown, bro. I put it on the Versace thing, bro. Because you know Deji likes his designer. I know you got a Versace gown in there, bro. You know what I mean? Every time I come to your gaff, 3-point lane for a reason, Deji. Yeah. The only time you have beaten us recently, Dej, was when we finished 12th, when Harry Kane and Oliver Skip scored, bro. Other than that, it don't matter what's going on. Yeah. And I'm even looking at your next set of games right now. We always come to your gaff and we make you start a madness over there, bro. Yeah. I'm not talking about a good madness. When we came to you lot and Jackson scored a hat-trick, that was the beginning of the end for Ange. Yeah. That high line. Everyone saw that this guy, he might not be the guy for the job, right? That was the beginning of the end for him, right? Last season as well, blood. Yeah. We always come and derail your season. Now I'm seeing you've got who have you got coming up, bro? You've got some tough games coming up, bro. Yeah. You've got PSG and these men coming up, right? We have begun it again. Your football absolutely stinks, Dej.
Are you happy with your performance?
I've been telling you.
You created a monster, man. You created a monster. The thing is, you know the worst thing is, Don, yeah, is Deji is actually too good for his club.
Bro,
that's actually the
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
And the thing is, I won't even come with this much energy, yeah, if you didn't come with the confidence that you did on Friday, yeah? I said going into this game, Deji, I'm not even that confident, right? I said I'm not that confident, but we're still going to beat them 2-1. You were like, nah, it's going to be easy settings, we're going to beat them. How dare you, bro? How dare you?
Can I just say something, though? I hear what you're saying, and I fully have to take this L, and I have to take this cooking. But you're not going to sit there shaking your bum, because that performance from your club was not that great either, bro. So let's just be real. Bro, you weren't that great. I think it's more about, it wasn't that Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea was that great. I think Tottenham was that bad. Let's be honest, bro. We were pathetic. 0.05 GA. We didn't turn up. We got Xavi Simons out there looking like...
Yeah, wait, how much GA again? Say that again. Say that again. How much GA?
We got Xavi Simons looking like little Bow Wow. Where my dog's at? Where you at, bro? Where you at? Yippee-yi-yi,
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Now's not the time for your analysis. Now's not the time for your analysis.
What I'm trying to say...
Yeah, we don't care about Tottenham slander.
You don't care about your analysis right now.
For me, Chelsea
you're doing a Don right now.
They got the win. I just wanted to have things in context. Chelsea weren't great, but they got the win. Well done.
Chelsea weren't great, but we should have battered you.
Chelsea were much better than you. They should have won like 4-0. And not only that as well, Don, don't let Deji do the Eminem 8 Mile thing where he cusses himself and tries to take away all your gunfire.
You're back, you know.
No, bro, can I just quickly? I'm not too familiar with this arrangement here. Am I supposed to be like is it real talk about football, or is it just back your club and be a little bit delusional? I don't know.
That's what Deji was doing. That's what Deji was doing, yeah? You
I'm not
coming for you, Sean. I'm not coming for you right now.
I thought...
But I'm not sure what I'm walking into here. Deji, we were completely outclassed in that game, bro. What are we talking about?
Exactly.
I'm being real. They didn't do much. For me, that was a pretty dusty performance from Chelsea. From my perspective, we were so pathetic that we made them look that good. Can you not accept that?
Why were you pathetic? Why were you pathetic, Deji? Why were you pathetic? Yeah, because I was at your gaff. I was there. Yeah, and I was literally top. It felt like I was on a pitch. I can see why.
I can tell you why.
All of the first balls, Edge. All of the first balls, Chelsea, bro. Second balls, Chelsea, bro. Yeah. Most of the attacking threat, Chelsea. The best chances, Chelsea. The right subs, Chelsea. Yeah.
I can tell you why. Because Thomas Frank, I have to say, is moving like a waste man. Because for me, even if you don't have the players, and Sean, there's no point squinting your eyes. It's the truth. When you're playing a London, when you're playing a London derby, the one thing that a manager must be able to do is to motivate their players. Win, lose, or draw, motivate your players for a fight. That Tottenham team did not look like they were ready to play football, let alone get into a fight. So for me, that's on Thomas Frank. The other thing that the reason why Thomas Frank is at fault for this is because as soon as Bergwijn got injured, the man was moving like Graham Potter, mate. The man was absolutely clueless. He had a game plan. The game plan went out the window after 5 minutes, and the man was strum. Under no circumstance should little Bow Wow be stepping onto that pitch so early in the game, doing yippee-yi-yo, where my dogs are. I don't bloody know. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, Thomas Frank let us down, and the reaction, respect to Van der Ven, respect to Jed Spence, two players who had some kahunas, at the end of the game to tell him, suck yourself, get out my face, is an indication in the law.
Wait a minute, Deji. Where were those kahunas? Where were they during the game, right? Because you can say it's the manager's job. If they cannot get up for a London derby, if they need a manager to motivate them for a London derby against Chelsea at home, they've got bigger problems. Those two, yeah, I honestly, I think they were moving like little bitches, man. Because where was all this smoke? Where was all this energy during the performance, yeah? You want to go on there, yeah, and not put in a performance and then want to sit there and sulk, yeah, and air your manager as if you did something, as if they
weren't airing the manager. The manager said to them, go and applaud the fans.
Yeah.
Look at the fans. And they basically went, fuck the fans.
It's not a good look. It's not horrendous. You know what it is, Lawless, yeah?
That's what we do to these lot, man. That's what we do to them.
Every time a team loses, yeah, people always say, oh, where's the hard work? Where's the grip? Where's the determination? Tottenham had that. They just were not good enough. If you play Bentancur and Paulina in the middle of the pitch, you're accepting that you're not going to dominate possession of the ball. That's what the game is based on. But at the beginning of the season, they played Man City. They beat Man City. They played PSG. They had a good game against PSG. When they were playing the same style of football, this is what Thomas Frank has built his whole legacy off of. Solid football base. This is how he plays. So I don't know why Tottenham fans are now all of a sudden expecting a completely different version of Thomas Frank. This is what he does. He's been doing this his whole career. So it's a bit disingenuous to now expect him to now play an all-out expansive football against Chelsea. Chelsea were always going to dominate that game. It's about whether or not you can figure it out during the game, which they couldn't. But that's going to happen all the time. That's going to happen. It's a different game now. You're playing different.
I agree, bro. 100% what you're saying. And we knew what we were getting when we got him. Hence why when we had the confirmation in the location that we were getting Thomas Frank, I considered it a sideward step. And no doubt Sean also considered it a sideward step. The thing is, though, even with that formation, you should be able to hit these brothers on the counter. You cannot tell me there isn't enough quality. That's pretty much the same team we had under Ange. That was banging games, bro. I just want to. For me, this ain't the first game where I was crying out. I just want to shot on target. We had the same problem against Wolves. We've had the same problem against Villa. I just want to shoot. I didn't say.
Why are you so confident you're going to beat us then?
Bro, at the end of the day, that Tottenham could get Chelsea because you man looked very dusty against Sunderland. You agreed with me that you guys looked pretty rubbish. And I'm looking at the team that you was going to bring out, and I couldn't see what they could do. And to my credit, bro, you only scored 1 goal against the dusty Spurs team. It's not like you smashed Spurs.
They should have scored 4. They should have scored 4.
Minimum 3 goals.
Should have isn't doing. Do you get what I'm saying? And my argument is created.
We actually created against you. You didn't create 4 against us.
Less than the GA, I just didn't see any fight from my club. And the last manager that did that was Mourinho. When Tottenham went to the Emirates, Conte did it as well, actually. When we go to our nearest and dearest and we show no teeth, then I'm saying get out my club.
You know, no, Dej, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this, yeah, because the reason why you weren't able to dominate anything is because we've got can't pay. Moises will take it away in our midfield, bruv, yeah? Can't pay and Moises will take it away, blood, yeah? Bring Kudus to him, shifted. Bring Sarr to him, shifted. Bring Paulinho to him, shifted. Yeah, Bentacle shifted. Yeah, that midfield, bro. Man ran that midfield all by himself. Xavi Simons had to get hooked on and hooked off. Right, every time he was bucking Caicedo and Reece, he was running away, bro. You know what I'm saying? Running away. All I saw was his dreads just running left, right, to the point where he got subbed off, blood. Yeah, Enzo Fernandez running rings around you, lot. You let Reece James come into the midfield and dominate that ball, bro. Absolutely kill you lot off the ball as well, right? Our back line was so solid. Chalobah and Tosin, solid. Kudus got locked up by Cucurella. How many more wingers is this guy gonna lock up? Me and Potts was going back and forth the other week about Cucurella. He was like, "Oh, Cucurella world class. Cucurella best left back in the Prem." How? I was like, "Bro, you're not watching our games then. This is what he does."
Hey.
Yeah.
But what you know what he does? You know what he does? He shits himself, man. When he shits himself when Jed Spence coming and walking up to him, man. That was embarrassing.
Hey, listen.
Hey, you know what's not so funny, yeah? It's really funny because if you were to listen to this conversation, you would think Chelsea were above Tottenham. That's the funny.
Yeah. Hey, don't get
you would actually think Chelsea were above them.
Don't worry about that. Business as usual will come soon, and then come May, we'll see where we are and we'll see where they are. Right? Yeah? Let me cook right now, man. Let me cook right now because we've listened to a lot of Spurs right now. Let me big up my boys, yeah, because we were fantastic in this game, right? Robert Sanchez, bro. How many more crosses does this guy want to collect? You know what I'm saying, Dej? The only thing that man had to save was that shot that Kudus had, yeah, before half time. That was the only thing that he had to do. Everything else, you know what I'm saying, bro?
You want to call out Potts for this Sanchez thing?
Yeah. Do you want to and then João Pedro, yeah? João Pedro in this game, actually getting involved in the game. He wasn't clinical, but at least he's shooting for a change. Good goal from him, of course, created by Caicedo, yeah? I wasn't really happy with Garnacho and Neto offensively, especially Neto. I wanted a bit more. But when Esteval came on, bro, you're seeing the quality. He played 2 key passes within 10 minutes of coming on, and we created 2 big chances from them, bro. This is why he needs to play more often, because he has that quality in the final third. Yes, Garnacho and Neto were brilliant off the ball. They were mad off the ball defensively. They were good. But offensively, they've got to do more, man. They've got to do more. And this is what I've been going back and forth with Chelsea fans. They're telling me, oh, they've done a good job. They've done a good job, bro. We didn't sign wing backs. We signed wingers. So I'm expecting you offensively to be able to do something other than just giving the ball away. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it's 3-point lane. This is what we do every time. Now it's about beating Wolves at the weekend. Then it's about beating Burnley after that. Then I think we've got Arsenal after that. We've got Barcelona, then we've got Arsenal. Yeah? So we need to make sure that we are consistent going forward because we're too up and down. We can play like the way we did yesterday, and then the next game all of a sudden, or Saturday evening.
Man. Oh,
yeah? And then the next game we're doing some fuckery, losing to teams like Sunderland. That's the problem with us, bro. But anyway, 3 points, man. When it comes to the bridge, you know what time it is. You know what time it is.
The one thing I will say, and I think it's fair to accept, and I want to hear from my bro Sean, is that maybe I've accepted today that maybe you got a hoodoo over Spurs, just like Spurs have a hoodoo over City, just like Spurs have a hoodoo over Everton. And I agree with the comment in the chat from Ryan. He said, bro, just cool the dog, cool your ass. He said, you weren't that good, bro. And that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm saying Tottenham rolled over. We pulled our pants down and we went, smack me, daddy, smack me. A bit like how you, man, behave when you play the red Tottenham, the spicy Spurs, Scotch FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. So let's not get carried away. Tottenham was pathetic yesterday.
Is that funny, D?
I don't know why we were pathetic. I don't know why the players didn't turn up. Because for me, there's a number of things going through my head from an individual and a team collective. First of all, little Bow Wow should be saying to himself, for whatever reason, the Chelsea deal fell through. Let me go out on that pitch and show these men what they're missing. Instead, Chelsea man them were breathing a sigh of relief, going, look at this pussy, oh, he's rubbish. Yeah. Then I'm looking at the Spurs players. Yeah. All right. You know the history. You know the bad blood. You know the little black cloud hovering over us between us and Chelsea. Go out there and put in a performance to make the fans proud. All we got was boos. We booed the players, bro. It was pathetic. All I saw in the WhatsApp groups, online, on the radio, on TV was, this is Spurs' worst performance of the season. This is pathetic FC.
Deji,
why was that?
You're saying you don't understand why we couldn't get a shot off. This season, for the first time, we tried to play for the first 5 minutes a 4-1-2-1-2 or some sort of weird 4-2-2-2, narrow 4 men in the midfield nonsense. The reason why is because we couldn't handle. Thomas Frank accepted the fact that the midfield battle was lost against Reece James, a repositioned right back, baller that he is, Caicedo and Enzo. If you're sacrificing the width in the team because you've already accepted you can't win the midfield battle and you lost it anyway, 5 minutes in, you're taking off Bergvall because he got a ball to the head, and you're bringing on Xavi Simons, who there's a problem with German 10s in the Premier League, bro. They come and they think they've got an extra second on the ball than they do. These guys need to wake up and realize you've got to get rid of the ball faster than you have. But we sacrificed them. We tried to battle in the midfield with 4 men. And then as soon as Bergvall went off, I don't know whether it would have worked if he stayed on the pitch or if that whole thing didn't happen. But there was an acceptance that we couldn't handle the midfield battle. And if you don't win the midfield battle, most of the time you ain't going to win the game. You bring on Xavi and we immediately go back to a 4-2-3-1. And Xavi's like doing what he does. And by the way, he wasn't the worst player on the pitch. The expectations around his price tag are putting the pressure on him, but there were so many shit shows. I've never seen Mickey van der Ven went to Stuart Nethercott settings in that game. His passing was horrendous. I've never seen Pedro Porro can't defend. The only thing that's great about Pedro Porro, he's first in every passing stat for every right back in Europe. But he's forgotten how to pass in the last month. There's problems all over the park. Thomas Frank's setup was absolutely at home. It's unacceptable for a Tottenham manager to be setting the team up to play the way they are. So I feel you, Deji, on like the impatience and why the fans like feel the way they feel. It's working away from home, but I think against Chelsea, I think we lost the battle before we even got on the pitch, to be honest.
And that's my
problem. Do you think Spurs, I think, and look, I'm being neutral here. I'm not, don't take this the wrong way. I think you're getting a bit above your stations too early. 100%. Look where you came from last season, right? Let's look at last season, flashback. Finished 17th in the league, horrendous, losing games for fun. I think like you won like a handful of games. I can't remember what the stat was. It was horrendous, right? Point being, to go from that to now expecting to be just back up in like regular settings, we're a top 4 team and we're going to be competing and all of that. Don't you think there's a little bit of impatience among the Spurs fans, and you need to
for sure?
I
think there is, but I think that last year was also a false position. Like we haven't got a squad that's 17th worst team in the Premier League last year. No chance, right? We were playing gung ho football. We've gone from Bonnie Blue football under Ange to Mother Teresa football under Thomas Frank, right? It's ridiculous.